What's going on, guys? I'm glad you're here. Axil Shoots back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Axil Hearing Protection. Super awesome, super innovative products, but before I get into that, I'm very excited to announce that we now have a range sponsor for the channel. So what that means is, as much as I love public land and will always advocate for people shooting on that over an indoor range for a myriad of reasons, I no longer have to deal with Grandpa, who hasn't touched his rifle since hunting season, zeroing his rifle and sending 30-06 whizzing over my head, which is something that's definitely happened. Thanks to Arrowhead Gun Co., I can now go out and use a private range that they have, that they are allowing me to use to shoot my future videos. So while a portion of this video will not be on their range specifically, it'll still be on public land, I will be using them going forward. Super cool company. Morgan, the owner, he deals in suppressors. He will take clients out to that range and he'll have them try different suppressors on their guns, and then they can choose the one that sounds the best to them, which I would have loved to have had before I bought my Dead Air Nomad. Morgan has let me shoot his Dead Air Nomad on my firearm, and I got really lucky. I'm really grateful for the choice I made. I think I chose correctly after shooting that. But my next suppressor, I will definitely be going through him and trying out his myriad of cans. He's got like this big Pelican case just full of them. But Arrowhead Gun Co. also does competitions once a month. It's $10 to enter, and you can come and meet a whole bunch of really cool shooters. The Course of Fire every month is different, so it's a different competition. The range master, Sean Baxter, who you can follow on Instagram as well, he likes to whip up some really cool drills and situations for us to run through. And if you come in the top 3, you can walk home with a prize from the prize pool. Last month I came home with a Aero Precision bolt carrier group, which I'm excited about. That's going right in my 300 blackout build that is starting to come together. If you live in Utah County or the surrounding area, DM me for details, or DM Arrowhead Gun Co. on Instagram as well for details, and come out and shoot against me. I'd love to see if one of you can knock me out of the top 3. Super excited to work with Arrowhead Gun Co. Super great guys. Could not be more grateful for them. Last thing before we get into the product. As of right now, I'm 50 subscribers away from 1,000. Well, let's see if we can get there. You guys have really come in supporting me on Instagram and have finally got me over the 500 hump. So now we're pushing that to 1,000 as well, but I want to get there here first. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let your friends know, if you are an avid Seaver Shoots watcher, that this is a channel that you enjoy. Let them know why and send them this way. And maybe we'll get to that 1,000 mark, and perhaps we will throw a giveaway out there. Without further ado, let's get into the product. Axil Hearing Protection, based here in Utah. Full disclosure, I got all this for free. I was gonna pay for a pair of these, just one pair. I have buddies who work there though, and they were like, yo, let us hook you up, do a video for us. And I was like, deal. So they didn't pay me for this, and they weren't like humongous on, you must get a video out by such and such date. They were just like, yeah, if you like them, say good things about them. And man, do I like them. So full disclosure, didn't pay for these, didn't get paid for these either, but I love these, and you're gonna see them in lots of future videos, because after you go to something that's not earmuffs, it is really hard to go back. But if you're gonna go back, you should go back to the Axil earmuffs. I'm actually gonna take you out to the lovely public land and talk to you about my first shots through these. You're gonna get to experience them with me and hear the kinds of things that I had to say about these the first day that I tried them out. All right, I'm a little skeptical just from the way they feel, and maybe because of how good the sound quality is, but these Axil GS Extremes, I can hear everything as if I'm not wearing earbuds. Now, I'm about to take some shots, and maybe that won't be the best thing in the world for my ears, but I guess we'll see. Let's see how bad the ringing is. No ringing at all, honestly. These things are awesome. Holy crap. Seriously, like, I can hear my own voice as if I wasn't wearing ears. I can hear birds chirping. I can hear other people shooting. on the range down the hill. You know, I can hear my own snaps. All of my footsteps sound normal, but 9 rounds out and no ringing in my ears. I am super impressed so far. Now, one of the main reasons I wanted to look into these Axil earbuds is because I got sick of having to put one foam bud in my ear under my over-ear ear protection. I wanted to get these so that I didn't have to worry about the brace of my AR pistol pushing my ear cup up and breaking that seal and then getting a ringing in that right ear. Obviously, over time, that right ear is going to deteriorate. So, because I don't have a big ear cup, this guy, theoretically, should not break any kind of seal. I've got these guys in my ears. Now my only question is, how do they handle the loudness of an AR-15, especially one with a break like this, the Dead Air Xeno break? Waiting for my Whisper Pickle to get in so I can throw it on here. Anyway, we are gonna send a couple down range and see if these handle this as well as it handled my handgun fire. Seriously, I am just incredibly impressed with these things. You really, going into it, you do not think that these are gonna do what they do, and it's a little nerve-wracking, but I will tell you right now, this is significantly better than earmuffs. I would not go back to earmuffs, except the Axil earmuffs are actually extremely comfortable. Let's switch over to those now. So these are definitely arguably a little bit bigger than my Razor Slims from Walker. However, I don't think they are bigger like this way, which is the most annoying way for them to be big. They're not wider, they're just a little bit bigger up and down, a little bit bigger around. That being said, I still think they look pretty good. They don't look humongous on my ears, and my ears are not making a ton of contact with the actual cups, which means I could probably wear these pretty comfortably for a while. Now, my biggest concern with headphones of this type is, again, that I'm going to break that seal on my cheek weld, and so I'm just gonna fire a couple, see how they sound, see if it breaks the seal or not. That actually felt really good, and I don't know if it's the way that they're shaped or what, but I feel like nobody's downrange this way, so don't you worry. When I get that cheek weld, I feel like it rests really well under. You see there's a little bit of a gap there, so not a huge deal, and they sound fantastic. Also, these guys are Bluetooth capable, which is super cool. So I could have passive hearing, be able to hear the people around me, and also throw on music and be able to listen to that at the same time and be shooting. These things can do so much. Same thing with the GS Extremes. They also have active listening, obviously, plus Bluetooth. So I could listen to some music, or you could listen to a YouTube video and still be able to hear your wife talking to you all at the same time. Super cool. All right, so now that we've established that they do their job really well, they really block out the sound. They are absolutely flooring me when it comes to the ambient sound, the way that I can hear everything around me. Super cool. I had one reservation with these guys going in when it came to an aesthetic standpoint and a comfort standpoint, and that was these guys, these bricks that sit on the wire here. I have it cinched up really tight, and then I've threaded the extra down into my shirt just because I don't want a loose loop flapping around back there getting caught on something. It honestly kind of bothers me that there's this space, but I understand what they're going for. Batteries are probably housed in those bad boys. That's why these have 12 hours of runtime, which is freaking amazing. That's super crazy. They're rechargeable, so I don't have to worry about batteries, which is great. But I was worried about how this might interact with a sling or with a plate carrier. So real quick, we're just gonna run a simple drill and do some sling manipulations to see if anything goes wrong. Let's see how it goes. Right, so it's throwing this guy all around, and I don't know what you can see back there, but I don't feel like it's interfering, like it's fighting with the sling. I don't feel like it's tugging or anything, but let's throw on a plate carrier and see if that changes things. Just from having the carrier on, it is not uncomfortable. My assumption is that it's tucked into my shirt, and then maybe, I don't think it is actually clamped into my plate carrier at all, so it might not play any effect, but your sling does play a different role on you when it comes to having a plate carrier on as well. So I'm interested to see how the plate carrier interacts with the sling, interacts with the wires of these Axil GS Extremes. We're gonna run the exact same drill, just from a plate carrier this time, and see how it goes. So as of right now, you know better than I do how that looked. It felt really good though. So as of right now, all of my concerns have kind of gone away. It protects my hearing. I have no doubt about that. The wires, while they are kind of annoying and I would love to not have the big dangly brick things, they really don't get in the way at all, and neither does the extra little tail left out at the end. Now, you can get rid of this little guy that I'm using to cinch it up together, and I'll give you a better look at that in front of the safe back at home in the gun room. You can pop that guy off if you really want to and just run them dangling. See people at the gym running similar headphones like that all the time. Now that's the cool thing about these guys, is that they are versatile and they allow you to do so many different things other than just protect your hearing. And as you know, I am a huge fan of versatility. But as far as the range goes, these guys pass with flying colors. So the one thing I will say is I haven't tried these out too extensively. I've worn them once or twice out on the range, but I don't love them because these just so far outpace them. All right, so the first ones are the GS Electronics, and they're good. They're a great option. They are the budget option, okay? They got left and right ears, obviously. They go around your neck, you shove them down in there, and you turn them on, and you get active listening, which is really good. They're very low profile, you'll notice here. The nice thing is when I go to cheek weld, like, it's messing with this, but it's not gonna break the seal and get your ears ringing like a pair of earmuffs. The downside to these is that the over ear hooks of the GS Extremes is way better, and these don't have Bluetooth. So those are kind of the disadvantages here, but I think for 130 bucks, and really you can get them for cheaper than that, they are worth what they do. If the GS Extremes didn't exist, I would be rocking these as my main ear pro. My final thoughts are, this is worth it. So the electronics are 130 bucks. You can easily get 50 to 60% off of those, making them like 70. The GS Extremes, okay, the hooked eared ones, which I love, are $200. Again, you can get 50 to 60% off with deals that Axil does. So you can really get those in at around $100. Well worth it in my opinion. The Trackr earmuffs is what they're called. Those come in around 150 bucks. Same thing, you can find a deal to get a discount on those, and you don't need to pay full price for them. All three of them are worth it, depending on what your budget is and what your opinion is based on what you heard in this video. Until I find something that's better and comes in around the same price point, these are what you're going to see me wearing out on the range. I would love to see Axil continue to innovate. I'd love to see other companies too. I know that Walker has a pair of earbuds. I've heard they're not great, and that's why I decided to go with these instead of those. But I would love to see these companies continue to innovate and come out with something that is an earbud, that is hearing safe, that is Bluetooth capable, that has good connectivity, and is in an affordable-ish range. I understand that there is a cost to having something that's premium like that, but I don't think it should be bananas. Okay, guys, if you liked this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I would appreciate you telling your friends about this channel. If you enjoy it, let's bump those numbers up. I'm really excited to reach 1,000. I think we'll get it here pretty soon, and when we do, we will celebrate. If you don't like these videos, let me know down in the comment section why, as always, and I will catch you later.